and you can do something and it looks like you're running into the wall. And you didn't have to wait 2 hours.
In London, it was literally just a picture on the wall. Yeah.
Huh.
And then they had a huge Harry Potter store, but
and it probably has some significance since that's where it started.
Right. And it was in that train terminal, I guess, that they technically are supposed to be in the movie, but yeah, it was,
right,
it was a huge letdown.
Here we go. Let's get this thing started.
Yeah, both my parents.
Welcome to Hops News, the trusted source in beer culture news. Here's your host, Jay Brew, with special guests, the Hoppy Mommy, Lucky, and Mash.
There should be sound. Check now. Well, if you're joining us, there's obviously some technical difficulties. I think we've got it figured out on this end. It looks like everything's good to go.
Got it. We got it.
Gosh, of course, it's always when we have like really good guests on that everything just goes fucking haywire.
This is
because we've been going off without a hitch for a while now.
Yeah, this is what we get. Maybe we'll start over. Hey, thanks for joining us on another episode. We've got some great guests on. They're gonna we'll talk about them in just a minute. But if you've been paying attention at all to our social medias, you'll notice the barbecue that we've all been enjoying. I think everybody's enjoyed some phenomenal barbecue.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have the guys that'll join us here in just a little bit to talk about that rub. And I'll be honest with you, I'm more of a barbecue rub snob more than I am a beer snob, without a doubt. Because I will stop and grab a PBR and drink it at the barn and enjoy the.
Make us drink it.
How
blasphemy! Make us try to make us drink it.
And I'll enjoy the fuck out of a PBR, especially a cold one on like a 90-degree day. But barbecue rub, I'm not putting any damn rub on my barbecue. I will tell you that right now. And I've been pleasantly surprised at what these gentlemen that are going to join us here in just a minute have put together, because it is an outstanding product that I look forward to adding to my rotation for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I think everybody here will agree. It's been a great week. It's Wednesday, and we always look forward to drinking beer on Wednesday, and it's hard to not notice, but it's National Beer Day, so that's going to make it extra special for us here tonight, and we'll enjoy some great beers. But without further ado, let's go check in with our Milwaukee. I haven't changed it to Brown Deer or Deer Brown or whatever you are up there right now, Lucky, but I think you got to change a venue up there, right?
Yeah, yep. I'm starting to settle in here in Brown Deer. It's Milwaukee County still, so you don't have to.
They were real original with that name.
Yeah, well, it's Wisconsin, so there's lots of brown deer running around. Get it? But yeah, I'm doing
everywhere.
Yeah, they are. They're like alligators in Florida, Hoppy.
We have deer all over the place in Florida too.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We
Well, we don't have any alligators up here. It's just deer. But yeah, I'm doing good. It is our holiday. I feel like I'm super excited. May have started a little earlier than the rest of the panel here, but enjoying my day, enjoying the National Beer Day. I'm sipping on a Southern Range Neapolitan Stout. Jay, I didn't want to say this, but I think this is one that was supposed to be in the package, and I didn't realize it. But hey, I'm glad I kept it, because the rest of the package got destroyed. So what are you gonna do?
It's pretty amazing how many beers were sent to Lucky to be a part of the drawing that end up on the show.
Hey, it's just the cans. It's only
how
the
convenient!
Cans.
It's the beer tax. I got to go mail all this beer. Oh no, they won't notice this one.
I didn't whatever.
Lucky's not even a dad, and he's learning the dad tax pretty quickly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Whatever, dude. It's a delicious beer. Thank you for sending it my way. And Corey, I'm sorry, rip the beer giveaway. But yeah, the weather up here, Jay, you'll appreciate this. I got out and played my first round of golf this weekend. So that just means better days are ahead.
Yeah, man.
So I'm loving life up here. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I would tell you, I pulled into the golf course, I think it was 2 weeks ago, pulled into the golf course on a Monday morning, and they were mowing greens and tee boxes for the first time this season. So
doesn't that just give you a little tingle?
Man, I will tell you, there's something special about working at a golf course that most people don't appreciate, but when you're only a 6-month golf course,
yep.
And you wake it up from kind of that winter slumber and you throw some fertilizer and water on it,
yep.
Man, it is, especially with the Masters kicking off and, everything that's going on in the golf world right now, it's pretty special. And obviously working in it, we kind of appreciate a little bit more because the pandemic's kind of been the shot in the arm that the golf industry needed.
Yeah, for sure. So in Wisconsin, for me anyway, this is probably just a me thing, but my life is basically 2 seasons. It's winter, cold, miserable, where I just gamble and lose all of my money, and then it's golf. As soon as I get my first round of golf, that's all I want to do for at least 6 months or whatever we have up here. And I got the first one out of the way this weekend, so fun stuff. And we're past gambling season. I lost the Gonzaga game, the NCAA tournament. So
because you bet on them.
Yeah, did they lose in a terrible fashion. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But yeah, we're on to golf season, so
I hope you don't gamble in golf.
No. It's as if gambling isn't hard enough. Gambling on golf is virtually impossible. So
now you got to work your ass off for the next 6 months to catch back up, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm poor right now, so send me money or something. I don't know. Send me beer so I don't have to
send
pay
me
for it.
money.
Send me a new couch.
Maybe we can start
Matt needs a new couch for sure.
Hey, Mash, speaking of a new couch, why don't you send me a text of that? Actually, I think I got it in text. We'll talk about that
in the group chat. I'll send it one more time here.
We'll get that on here as well. So
I'm going to send you the picture of the culprit too. His little stupid, smug-looking dumbass face.
Talking about. I didn't realize what you were talking about for a second. That picture, your dog fucked that up.
And look at him, no remorse. He had no remorse about it.
So let's go. Lucky, appreciate you joining us again. As always, looking forward to having new Barons on next month for our virtual tasting for sure. So appreciate you heading that up. Great conversation with them. I think they're going to pull through some great product for everybody that's going to be involved. Let's go check in with Mash in Mountain Home, Idaho. Mash. So to give everybody a little color behind this conversation, in our group chat, I've been discussing with the Hops News crew here that my daughter's all of a sudden been bitten by the needing a dog bug. And Mash sent me a photo. Was it this morning, Mash? You sent that photo? Yesterday. Sent a photo that we're going to show up here in just a minute. And I think Mash's words were, Jay, don't get a fucking dog.
It was exactly what it says. Don't get a fucking dog, Jay, because I came home yesterday and my dog's a year old. I got two of them. One, he's a little older. The other one, he's a good dog. He's like this old brown dog one day. He's only a year old. I come home. We've been trying to train him to be out of his crate because we are going to Disney here soon. Somebody's going to watch him. And he's just at that stage. Well, I came home and my couch was chewed to shit. This couch is not even a year old. And this couch, I don't have words. I don't know how he did. I don't understand. I don't get.
How big is this dog? I guess we got to see the picture first.
He's like 40 pounds. Like once Jake gets it and puts it up, you'll see. Like he's like a 40-pound dog. He's a decent dog. And this dog like went at my couch as though a bear broke into my damn house, destroyed it, and left. And then he's sitting there looking at me as soon as I walk in. Like he's at the door greeting me because he follows me everywhere. And he knew he fucked up because he just had that look in his face like, yeah, I did some dumb stuff. And I knew. I was like right away, what did he do? And then all I hear is my kid is, Dad, Hank ate the couch. And I was like, oh my God, no. And then they're like, Dad, he pooped everywhere. And I was like, oh my God. And so to put it mildly, yes, he ate the couch. But good news is the Geek Squad, we have pint glasses now with our faces on them. So to my 8th grade math teacher who said I would never do anything in life, she's not on a pint glass, but I am.
Haha, we sure showed her.
Gotcha, bitch. Other than that, though,
gotcha, bitch.
I gotta say, yesterday was a good day because I passed the test and I'm somehow eligible or qualified to fly airplanes in the military. I don't think I'm smart enough, but the test that I took says otherwise, so that's cool. So I might make a career change here soon.
So yes, Mash, there's the couch.
That's the couch. That was a dog. My dog did that. And the couch is not even a year old. And yeah, Mash, man, I
showed that to my wife, and she's like,
"Look at that
what
smug
in
face!
The fuck?
Look at that stupid smug face too. Just look at the guilt. Like he knows, bastard."
Mash, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen this fucking couch, I'm like, "That's not a goddamn dog. They let a bear in their house, man."
And what's worse is that spot right there. That's my seat. You know, every dad has his seat, right? And so where the white pillow is, that's like my seat where I fall asleep on every night after starting a movie at 8:00 because I'm like, I can handle a movie, but then 5 minutes in, I'm passed out on the couch. That's my spot. The man ate and disrespected my spot. I don't think. I even gave him some of the chicken I made this weekend with the Hop Barons rub. And I just feel so disrespected. It's unbelievable. You think you know a guy, and then you turn around and he eats your couch with ruthless aggression.
Mash, is he still in the house?
He is, because I haven't figured out how to taxidermy a dog yet. It might get questions.
Your kids will be like, why is the dog not moving?
It's okay. We got 3 chickens, a hamster, and we got another dog. There's plenty of animals to go around. We got Noah's fucking Ark over here. I don't know.
Sounds like it. Mash, what are you drinking tonight?
So I'm drinking a tactical brewing beer called Beards of Thunder, and it's got old Honest Abe. Oh, I can never figure out which way to turn it. Honest Abe GTA. If anybody's played Grand Theft Auto Vice City,
nice.
Yeah, that's what that bad boy is. And really great color. I don't know how I feel about the taste. I'm going to be honest with you because It's a New England IPA with sequoia hops, papaya, and prickly pear. And it's not bad. It's just different. And Hoppy hooked me up with this one. I got to make sure I take a picture of this with something else, and it's a good beer. So if you're ever in the Orlando area, Tactical Brewing, that's a place Hoppy and I, you can expect to see us going live at in a few weeks.
Oh,
we're doing we're doing the ale line. We're going to do the ale line the night before I have to catch a plane at 4 a.m. with 2 small kids.
We getting the Geeks live at a brewery?
You are.
Hey,
many breweries.
That's
many breweries.
Awesome.
You're going to get the Geeks live at a few breweries.
That's awesome. I forgot to ask Lucky. Let's run back to Lucky Mash. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Let's maybe we can get a GoFundMe started for Mash's couch, because I don't think another STEMI check is coming anytime soon. So if we got anybody willing to donate to Mash's couch fund, let us know. We'll have a bank deposit number. You can put that in. Lucky, what are you drinking up there tonight? We forgot to check in with your beverage of choice.
No. I had this.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Neapolitan Star. No. But I opened a new one. A Billy Ray Citrus. It's absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It's from Eagle Park up here. One of my favorite breweries. One that we should be getting on soon. But they make some really good stuff. Billy Ray Citrus. It's a Citra IPA, and it's so good.
Awesome.
So good.
Hoppy, how are things in Orlando?
Things are lovely down here in Orlando. It is National Beer Day, and it is also 407 Day. I'm not sure, does anybody else in the country celebrate area codes like Florida does?
Yes.
No.
My birthday is Milwaukee Day, which is actually ironically a week from today.
Stupid.
But it's 414 is our area code, and 414 is national, not national. It's MKE Day.
Fine. I'm celebrating 617 Day for Boston then, you knuckleheads.
Well, do it. You should get it started, get it going. But no, March 5th is a bigger one because, it's 305. It's Miami. So, that's a big deal. They say, you're from the 305. But I don't have a beer school tonight because we have a guest. But I'm going to drop a little beer school knowledge real quick as to why it's National Beer Day.
Let's do it.
So it's because it's actually the anniversary of the Cullen-Harrison Act from 1933. This act allowed beer to be sold at 4.05 ABV and lower. This did not actually repeal prohibition. It just changed the percentage of alcohol allowed per the Volstead Act, which was prohibition. And then 9 months later, on December 5th, prohibition was fully repealed. And when FDR signed the legislation, though, just to up the ABV, he said, and I quote, "I think this would be a good time for a beer," end quote. And so in 2009, it became a holiday. And if you want to get a National Beer Day badge, check in your beer on Untapped today. And if you want more beer school on prohibition, just head to hopsnews.beer and you can check out all the beer schools I did this past summer. So, and I am drinking a beer from the 407. And so is Mash. Ha ha ha. I got a little Castle Church beer going, and I got my Tactical Brewing shirt on. So I'm all 407'd out. And I got some spicy nuts from Hop Barons.
Oh, shit.
What?
Some hot nuts.
Where'd you get the nuts from?
You got some
I went
hot
to their
nuts?
website and I ordered them, and they're delicious.
I
even said that as soon as we got on before we went live. Yeah, they're fantastic.
How did you get hot nuts and nobody else did?
You didn't
Because
even
I went
tell
to their
us.
website and I put them in my shopping cart, and then I inputted my credit card information and they mailed them to me really fast.
What's your
too.
credit card
This shit
information?
came
Quick.
Hey, hot nuts was like a thing on patrol when I was in law enforcement. Like 3 a.m. There was a couple of buddies and I used to meet at a gas station and get a sack of hot nuts every night. So
Yeah, I bet you did.
that's a thing
was
there.
full of that.
Listen, we got some guests. Let's get to these wonderful gentlemen instead of talking about Jay's nuts.
Hey, before we do though, I've got to give a shout out to the beer.
I'm about rubbing some meat.
I got to give a shout out to the beer Hop Cakes from Noda. Man, I will tell you what. I bought 3 extra ones to make sure that I sent you guys some, but guess what?
Get those guys. Send it to me. And
Guess what?
Gone.
This
It's
is
got
one of
maple
them.
syrup in it.
This is one of them. So I hope it makes it to you, but it's a fucking, man, it's an Imperial. That is no joke.
Maple?
10.2. So
I would pour that over my body right after I rub myself down. In
that's for our OnlyFans. That's for our
Hop Barons
OnlyFans.
rub.
Yeah, that's for our
You guys,
OnlyFans. We gotta,
subscribe to Hops Nudes.
yeah, we gotta save that and make some money off of it. And
I gotta buy a new couch somehow. Okay.
I did venture out and get my second shot today. So tomorrow morning, if I wake up shitting blood in the morning, we'll know that something's going on.
I didn't get really sick from it, neither did my wife. Maybe because we already had it. I don't know, but maybe you'll be like us.
Yeah, let's hope so, man.
I get my first one tomorrow, so good.
Yeah,
time.
you better be fully vaccinated before I come out there. I'm not going to let you around me.
Josh will be. I will only be partially. So, but I'll be careful before.
Nice.
I don't care. You're good.
So let's go check in with Chris is first on the list. Let's go check in with Chris. Chris, appreciate you joining us from Honesdale?
So I'm actually in New Jersey.
Oh my shit.
Gosh.
It's a confusing story. Yeah, no, I'm in New Jersey and the company's out of Honesdale, Pennsylvania, which is near Scranton. So like the office.
The office,
yes.
Yeah, so it's about an hour, 20 minutes from me. So that's actually where my partner Jay lives. So I'm in Jersey.
So should we go check in with Jay first?
Nah,
I'm just messing with you. So Chris, what do you, obviously you're joining us from New Jersey. What are you sipping on? You got a beverage up there tonight?
So I do. I'm actually drinking something from the Finger Lakes, which is like upstate New York. It's I'm a wuss when it comes to beer and hops, which is ironic. So I'm drinking an American Light.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
It is funny. We have a hop farm, and I like a lager. It's my go-to.
So does Jay.
Hey, there's still hops in it.
Yeah, there still is. A beer is a beer. All right.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah. Awesome. Appreciate you joining us, Chris.
Yeah,
you and I have been chatting back and forth in email for several weeks. So we'll go check in with Jay and get his beverage that he's sipping on, and then we'll bring us all in and talk about some Hop Barons. Jay, what you sipping on up there in Pennsylvania?
Oh no, he's muted.
Jay, you're muted.
Ooh, I like all the growlers in the back.
I know.
He's got the best bet. Well, I guess Hoppy's got a pretty sick back.
He's got he's got a pretty.
Yeah, but I'm old news.
Yeah,
there might be something wrong with Jay's internet.
Uh-oh. It's at Pennsylvania.
Can you sign?
Internet,
We can't hear you.
He's in the boonies.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sign. My wife can translate.
Hey Jay, we'll take us out if you want to mess with that a little bit. If you need to, you can hop back out and try to join us again if it's not a setting. Chris, real quick, give us kind of a rundown of what Hops Baron is. We'll talk a little bit about the history in just a minute, but kind of tell us what Hops Baron is.
Yeah, so it's a barbecue rub and spice company. Yeah, I mean the history of it, we're about 2015, but basically Jay and I are old buddies. We've known each other since actually right before college. We actually met on our summer orientation at the University of Scranton, which is probably a school no one heard of prior to The Office, or a town no one heard of prior to The Office. And believe it or not, it is exactly how The Office portrays it. So yeah, we basically got into the barbecue rub business because I'll be honest, getting into the brewery business was super expensive. I was a home brewer for since I was like 22. And I had the fortunate luck of being born in New Jersey, where at the time there were only like 4 breweries because our laws were archaic and you couldn't even sell beer at the breweries. So I had been homebrewing, hoping to get, like off the ground there. And so, yeah, Hop Barons came about basically from Jay and I out drinking, which is pretty much what we do whenever we're hanging out. And, we decided to plant a hop farm. And then we realized you're not going to make any money having a hop farm in Pennsylvania, in case anyone wants to try. And we basically were like, what else can we do with this? And barbecue came about, and we started sticking it in barbecue rubs. And we actually, we can get into it, but we got a lot of partnerships and things that we do similar to breweries. So it wasn't necessarily a planned out vision.
Some of the best ideas happen like that.
Yeah. And we've gone through some evolutions, which has also been a fun experience, but.
Well, yeah, and I was looking at your website, and it looks like you guys are. Oh, I do want to say, so I put it on Beyond Burgers last week, and I thought I was going to get shit from them, and then I went to your website, and there's a recipe for Beyond meatballs.
Yep.
So I will be making those. I put them on Beyond Burgers again last night when my dad was here, and he thought it was phenomenal. I sent him home with some.
I actually put it on some tonight.
Nice.
gosh, the coffee rub on burgers. I put it on a steak and burgers. Oh, that's probably my
so we just did the
favorite.
badass.
I
have the badass right here. That's what I got the can of right here.
I think we have Jay back. Let's check in. Jay, are you there?
Back.
Nice.
I made it from Honesdale.
Jay, you checking in from PA with us tonight, and what are you sipping on up there?
Yes, I am. I have a Zipline Brewing Company, a Nut Brown out of Lincoln, Nebraska. I was lucky enough that for Christmas, my wife got me a Beer of the Month club. So
that's awesome.
Every month I get a variety of beer from across the United States. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we know a little bit about Hop Barons. Obviously, you guys are making some phenomenal rub. I mean, I don't know if you followed any of our social media, but I think we've rubbed everything from an old leather shoe down to the neighborhood dog that got caught up in between the grill
and on my dog when I cooked him.
I recommend the coffee rub on the dog.
Yeah, and it's been phenomenal. Obviously, Chris talked about it was too expensive to enter the beer industry. Brewing beer and decided to come up with a rub, but obviously in between there is a story, right? Are you guys, have you entered competitions? Were you barbecue guys? How'd you get involved to say, let's do a damn barbecue rub?
So no, we're not. And we basically said exactly that. Let's just do a barbecue rub. No, I'd love to say that we had some sort of back plan, and we didn't. And we basically sat around, like I said, drinking, and we came up with the idea of let's do this rub. Let's put these hops in something that, no one's ever done before. Messed around with it. Obviously, we barbecued, and we started using it for friends. And I had a barbecue recipe that I had that is the base of the spicy and the regular one, which were our first two. And we started throwing hops in it, and it was basically born. Now, I'd love to say we had a business plan and all that stuff, but honestly, we were making it in my basement at first.
Yeah, that's how it starts, though. That's how it starts,
which is very illegal in Pennsylvania. And
can't do nothing fun.
And we were doing a local market, and I was actually on a road trip with my family, and I get a call from Jay because we basically just had two rubs. We paid money to be in a local farmer's market. And I get a call from Jay freaking out in the middle of my 5-week road trip. And Jay, I'll let you take that part.
Apparently you have to have licenses and inspected areas to make rubs and any kind of products you want to sell to people. So
who knew?
Hold on. I'm gonna ask
who knew common sense?
Well, hold on. So I have a very important. I kind of have a question though, because I've spent some time in. So did Amish people get licenses too then? If they're not connected, like how does that work? Because
they're actually tied to that. What's that law? There's they are tied. There's a law that allows them around it. We're not Amish.
I was gonna say, like, I know that they're out there.
Chris and Jay doesn't look Amish.
That's why he has the beard. He has to go sometimes and pretend.
I do. Yeah. I got my hair long. I can,
Chris is actually on the run out in New Jersey. That's really why he hasn't gone back.
Yeah, isn't everyone in New Jersey on the run?
Oh God, nobody, not even the authorities, want to go to New Jersey.
Exactly.
True.
So we get the inspector, who was a very nice guy, said, where are you making this and how are you making this and where's your license? And explained all the laws to us very nicely. And we were lucky enough that a friend of ours owned a pub and grill up here, so she allowed us to make our spices in her kitchen for a while and mass produce it there and fall under her license.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I will tell you,
real friends.
Yeah, there's nothing that tells you that you're getting attention like an inspector showing up looking for permits. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we can make all the damn barbecue rub we want for our neighbors and our friends and our family, but when the inspector shows up, fucking shit's getting serious.
I will never forget where I was.
It freaked me out. It freaked me out a bit. I was like, oh man.
I was in South Dakota driving towards the Badlands, and there's a picture of Jay sending me a picture of the guy's business card.
Oh, shit.
My heart stopped. I was like,
It was a puckering moment.
Yeah. I will tell you that's, one of those, when the health department shows up and asks about a commercial kitchen and you're like, what the fuck is a commercial kitchen?
Yeah. I saw it on TV the other day.
It's not in my basement.
That's awesome.
No, those are just
Have
meth
a
labs.
TV in my kitchen that plays commercials. Does that count?
Right.
Yeah.
But I see you rent out your kitchen though to kind of like pay that forward, right? Because I saw that was part of how that happened.
That's definitely how it happened. Talking to other vendors such as ourselves, who wanted to grow their business or needed a commercial, legal space.
Legal. You're not supposed to do quotes around
Whatever.
Whatever.
Legal.
Seriously, no, a commercial, legal space, inspected space, certified space to grow their business or start a new business. Definitely wanted to pay it forward in that sense. We outgrew our friend's pub
And my basement.
And the basement. And that was a blessing. And so we wanted to kind of pay it forward and say, hey, if there's other people like us looking for these opportunities, how can we help them and help them follow their dreams, I guess, in a cheesy kind of way.
Hey, if it gets you delicious rub and beer, I'm all for it.
I know, right?
Yeah, for sure. I will tell you that the crew here, the four of us, have had some phenomenal food with your guys' rub on it. And I said it in the beginning, I'm much more of a barbecue rub snob than I am a beer snob. The first thing that I noticed, right? A couple of things. The first thing that I noticed was your rub is a rub. It's not a powder that's ground so fine that it's just a dust that goes all over everything, and there's nothing that sticks. So that's the first thing that'll give you. If you put, I'll take a pork butt. If you take a pork butt and you put a little mustard on it and you throw your rub on it, it's going to stick because it's pretty coarse. Some of it's pretty coarse, much more coarse than a lot of other rubs. The second thing is the freshness. The freshness is without a doubt what kills a lot of great rub companies that end up growing. They start small. Obviously, everything's fresh when you're really small. But when they grow and they start to expand, one thing that they run really poorly on is freshness of the ingredients that they're using. You guys are killing it on all fronts right now. And I will say that the coffee rub, holy shit, man. Coffee on any beef right now is the ticket, whether it's a brisket, whether it's a burger, whether it's a steak. I don't care if it's dry aged, tomahawk, whatever it is. If you put a coffee rub on it and do it right, holy hell, your taste buds are going to thank you for days. And that coffee rub that you guys are doing is some of the best that I've had.
Well, my wife, who doesn't like spices at all, was all about the coffee rub when I slapped him on our steaks a couple weeks ago, and she was just like, "This is great," and she doesn't. She's like super plain.
You definitely need to try it on, say, home fries in the morning or on eggs.
So
egg?
I was gonna say, I love your guys' spicy. I'm a big spice guy. Your spicy rub, the badass barbecue spicy, I put it tonight. This is disgusting. Like, you guys can definitely make fun of me, but I had like leftover pizza and I sprinkled it on top of that.
Oh, hey.
And it's just like the red pepper flakes or whatever that you put on, because I didn't have any of those. It was fantastic. So like,
I put it on pizza every time I get pizza.
So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I just thought about it.
If you want to blow your mind, put it on mac and cheese.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So the coffee ones, the one you put on eggs.
Really
I've put the coffee ones on eggs, bacon, anything in the morning. I mean, if you think of coffee, you think of morning, and you take a sunny side up or a scrambled egg and you mix it in there. Home fries, some onions, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of the coffee rub, and you put it right in there. It's delicious.
So I'm going to put it to the real test this weekend. I'm going to get a pound of liver mush. I'm going to put some of it on that liver mush. If you're not from the South, you probably haven't had liver mush, but if you're from the South, you'll be able to appreciate
liver
it.
That's pretty much, that's how they describe my liver when I go to the doctor.
You assholes. I'm gonna send everybody a pound of liver mush in the next care
9 years in the
package.
military. That's mine. Liver mush.
What is it? Just liver? What's liver mush?
It's everything but the oink and a little bit of cornmeal.
Oh.
Ew.
Okay.
I just remember liver being chalky.
It is.
No.
Well, it also depends on what the animal eats.
Yep.
I don't even remember what
I'm
animal
gonna go
it
out
was.
and
If
I'm
I
gonna
know
start
my
just
mom's
putting on my
watching. If
eggs
she
like
knows, she
these
can
fine
comment.
gentlemen do. So
Yeah, you know what's funny
I'm
about
doing
it
that
is
for
like
sure.
we call it a rub, but honestly, it really is more like a spice.
Yeah.
That's but we stick
But
with the pure rub.
Yeah, but it works as a rub and it works fantastic. So I got a question for you. The badass barbecue rub seems to be kind of your core. Like that's always available. What has worried me as a consumer is the coffee appears to be a specialty or maybe a seasonal thing.
So the coffee is not.
Thank you.
No, it will always be. So
I was about to
all
buy
we
you out of
wanted to
stock
ask. You
right
guys can
now.
go
I was
now.
literally
That's
like
really
gonna
all we
hop on
wanted
and
to
just
know.
buy out of stock right now. If that was the case.
So
I'm
one
on
of the
their
things,
website right now.
one of the things that we went into this doing is similar to what breweries do, which is like collaborations. So Honesdale, which is a suburb of Scranton, which really isn't a city. So I don't know if you can have suburbs of it, but it's super tight knit. And so one of our focus was like do what breweries do and get collaborations and have different businesses. So you'll see on most of our rubs, we partner with someone else, whether it's in making it or in the ingredients. The coffee one, we actually use a local roaster. So that freshness on that one is because it is literally made like less than half a mile away from our kitchen. And so you'll see it's called Black and Brass. They're a local coffee house and roaster in the Northeast Pennsylvania area. So it will always be available. That one will always be available. We do some seasonals because same thing, similar to like beer. The seasonals, it depends. If it picks up, we have no problem continuing on with it. But right now we're doing like a honey cacao rub where there's another like there's a chocolate company in the area that has amazing cocoa nibs. Full disclosure, they're not cheap. So a seasonal is much more appropriate for something like that.
Any chance you guys are looking for beta testers?
Yeah, really. Like,
Jay, the other day,
like get on the list.
Well, I made something the other day and I had 3 of them out there. Jay had to keep trying it because I couldn't even tell the difference in them anymore. Yeah. And he was like, I can't anymore. He's like, I'm done.
I can't. Yeah.
Send them my way. I have no problem firing up the egg to throw anything on it that I need to test out.
I would even eat liver mush if it meant that.
We will get all your
mind.
addresses and we will ship you samples because we do it all the time. We actually are just working on a Chipotle one.
Nice.
Chipotle is my life.
Oh my God. That's
awesome.
Do you do anything special for fall or Christmas?
So yeah, we're trying to do like 4 a year. So we did in the fall, we actually had a, what was it, Jay? It was a maple rub. So we had local maple sugar.
Oh, he's going to lose his shit now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's rock hard now.
It was like maple and it was a little cumin. So it had like a really good flavor to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we use local maple sugar from up here in Hawley, Pennsylvania, which is about, like 10 minutes from Honesdale.
The suburb of Honesdale, which is a suburb of Scranton. So we're down to like 8 people live there.
Oh my God.
All right, guys.
And then,
so the big reason I reached out to you in the beginning was we do like a care package, right? So all of our supporters, we recently started in the pandemic a Patreon movement to help us kind of pay the bills and grow what it is that we do at Hops News. Can we put together a care package for our Patreon members? We're more than willing to pay for the product and get it to them. But I think this is a great product that these guys would enjoy putting out there and definitely being a part of and getting to sample of whatever it is you guys do. So if that's possible, we'd definitely love to be able to do that with you guys.
Yeah,
definitely.
I know, Hoppy, you got one of our boxes.
I did, yeah.
We have actually one that fits 4 rubs. It's a perfect size. Yeah. It fits 4.
Nice.
And, we could absolutely put that together for anyone.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this badass dip and spread mix. I'm about to purchase me one.
I know. My mouth was watering reading that.
That you guys is fantastic. Just as a vegetable dip, or the original way to make grilled cheese was with mayo. So if you mix this with mayo and you slap it on the back of your grilled cheese and it gets right in that bun.
Shut the
my
fuck! Shut
Look,
the fuck!
I
up.
just did some like
Fantastic.
grown man stuff today and refinanced my car, so I got that lower interest rate. So like all that extra money that I'm saving from my car is now gonna go straight
straight to Hop Barons.
He doesn't need a couch anymore. His couch is
You know what?
fine.
I think I'm gonna live with a broken couch because slapping some of that on the back of a grilled cheese sandwich.
Or on a burger.
Hey, what is
Burger bun.
God.
Mash? What are those called? Allotments, right? You're going to sign up for an allotment, go to straight to Hop Barons.
If my chickens out back aren't careful, they might find themselves getting covered in rub and cooked as well because
A good lemon pepper rub will be perfect on those chickens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, I
That's
put
actually
some of
what I
that.
thought.
Sent one.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
do.
There
I've
you
got a little
go.
baggie of
There
it
you
that
go,
I
Lucky.
use for my family. So like,
Lucky,
I
what
use
you got?
the badass.
This one was. I go back and forth between this one. I do love the coffee, but this one and the spicy, the badass spicy, are my two favorites. This lemon pepper, dude, fucks.
It
My god, it's
slaps.
so good.
It slaps.
Thank you.
Lemon pepper.
I've been like
Thank
hoarding
you.
the coffee, so that's why I've been using the other ones more. Because when I really like something, I hoard it, and so
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing. Lucky, is I've been going back and forth between the others because
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta hoard this coffee rub.
Yeah.
Like I got a little like dime bag of it. I'm just like,
He's licking the plastic bag.
it's just
Well,
like
I
my
don't have a
cabinet.
problem. I don't have a problem.
Hey,
Your address,
just
and
so
we'll send you all our new ones.
just so you guys
Delicious,
know,
okay?
yeah,
I can
and just
stop
so you,
anytime I want.
yeah, just so everybody knows, I had to pull the fucking scale out and measure this out because I wasn't giving you guys any more than I was getting. I was like, "There's no way in hell that
Jay's
I'm
like,
sending
I
any of
saved
this
this
out."
scale from all the police busts I did for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Measure barbecue.
But it's a phenomenal product.
man.
You guys are obviously doing some great things with the commercial kitchen, and I'll just go back to what Hoppy said. People that aren't in the food and beverage entrepreneurship have no idea how expensive it is to get started, but the kitchen and the space is the hardest hurdle to get over to somebody that's trying, and to see what you guys are doing with that space and offering it to other people that kind of have that same mindset to you guys is extraordinary. And my hat's off to you, because it's not easy, it's not cheap to do in the beginning, but to offer it to other people that do what it is that you guys have done is great. That's kind of paying it forward, like Mash has said.
We're actually doing something with a local high school next week. We actually have their seniors they're doing a to-go night out of the kitchen.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
they got, it's hard, right? They've got this whole culinary program, and that business is getting killed. And so we actually teamed up with some local chefs who mentored the kids, and then the kids are going to make the food, and we're going to run a whole to-go night out of the kitchen, and people are going to order. They get a sampling of all 6 of the barbecue. They're doing barbecue. They're doing 3 pork and 3 veggie, and they can vote on it for the kids. We're going to have judges. So we're making it, even for them, it's, these kids have never, done this kind of stuff. So yeah, that is one of our goals. Like, it's so hard, to your point. We've had bakers come in, and it's like, I have to have a bakery open 24/7 to make any money.
Chris, here's the deal, man. You reach out to me, my cell phone. I'll send you a number if you don't have it already. We're going to buy some meals. Do you guys have like a homeless shelter that's local?
We do.
Awesome.
We do.
We're going to buy some meals from this takeout and have it delivered to the homeless shelter.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh wow,
We
wonderful.
appreciate
Thank you.
that. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
And we'll be in touch to figure out what that looks like and how we make that happen. But man, I will tell you, this is this is kind of what started us out in the early days of us being on a live stream. This is kind of what we did was raise money, and to hear you guys partnering with some high schools and getting those guys some real life experience and doing stuff like that with your kitchen is truly an unthinkable mission, because that is not easy and it's not cheap to maintain. So appreciate what you guys are doing. Definitely want to be a part of it.
And if you're wondering, we didn't have a business plan for that either.
No. It was
literally
best
had to wear-
we sit around and we play checkers and we drink beer.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because one of the first bakers that started with us would walk in at because the kitchen's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to those who have access to it. And the baker would walk in at like 11 o'clock at night, and the two of us would be sitting there playing checkers, drinking beer, listening to music. And she's like, "What are you doing?" We're like, we're strategizing. We're making a business plan. Don't worry.
The business meeting, a professional meeting.
Yeah, I will tell you guys, coming from kind of that entrepreneurial spirit, I've worked in the beer industry that we sold a brewery. Stick to what you're doing. The writing is on the wall. The hours that you spend in putting together a business plan to present to a banker are a complete waste of time. You can take that same hours and strategize and try to get ahead of the next guy, and you'll be much better off. I think that, there's a lot of people that you'll go to and they're like, send me your business plan. Before the delay here, getting on here tonight, was talking to a group of guys. They're not putting together a business plan, but they're getting ready to take down a 7-figure business off of the back of a napkin, because that's what it is that they do. So my hat's off to you guys. Keep doing what it is that you do. Don't worry about those business plans, but give these kids an opportunity and a space. And I will guarantee you'll get a kid out of there that'll pay you tenfold of what a business plan would have.
Yep.
True.
I just bought some nuts and some dip, by the way. So I just
it'll be in the mail tomorrow.
Hey, I knew if I kept talking and Mash couldn't talk, he was going to order something off of that website. So you guys are welcome.
Well, no, my nuts got here super fast. I mean, it was like the next day they were in the mail.
We actually have a kid who helps us out with orders, and I had him package that one up for you and send it out.
Yeah,
Nice.
That is awesome.
Mash, I'll be there tomorrow at 8 a.m. for you. And I'll mail it out.
Oh, my man. Hey, you see something that says Idaho and MASH at hopsnews.beer? That's this guy.
All right.
Get them hot nuts in the mail for sure.
That's great.
Oh, man. Lauren, real quick. So I'm drinking this beer, right, from Declan's Indulgence. It's called, from Big Top. Did you buy this can? Did you look at it?
I didn't send it to you.
You didn't? Where did this come from? It's
No.
from Sarasota, Florida.
Big Top's it might have been my mom, maybe. Big Top is in Florida.
I have a beer from Sarasota, and it looks like one of the beer cans that there was a can underneath. So I'm trying to like peel the label off without messing it up, because it looks like I'm trying to figure out what brewery it was. Well, this is weird. So somebody sent me beer. Thank you.
Didn't you just get some other beer from some other Florida podcast, or have you not gotten?
No. So I have a couple beer swaps, because we love doing beer swaps in the Hops News crew, whether it's with our fam or it's with other podcasts. Geek Peak, and then there's a Weird Al podcast. She's sending me some Jacksonville beer, and then I got Tampa beer on the way, and then I'm gonna stock up on Orlando beer in like 2 weeks. My wife's gonna kill me because
I got some bombers for you. Some maple bombers.
Look,
that you
the kids don't
for
need
that
that
maple
extra
rub.
thing. Oh my god! All right, we gotta stop talking about maple. It's getting real hot in here.
So you guys want to laugh? My son just texted me that apparently people are asking for a discount code.
Discount code?
I saw.
I was
somebody.
dying. I'm like, I literally wrote him. I go, code for what?
One of Corey, he was like, I'm just waiting for the discount code to drop, because we're just talking it up. I think that's why.
Here's the thing though, use BADASS, BADASS, and you get 25% off anything over $20.
Hey,
Holy!
We need to get like a customized a Hops News code.
Want me to create a customized? I will.
Yeah, let's create a customized one. Hold off on that.
Don't use the badass.
Yeah, don't use the badass one. Let's see if we can create a customized one and see what our traction is.
Am I good to grab another beer quick?
Yeah, grab another beer.
20% off?
Yeah.
That looks like my mom sent that one to you.
Actually, no, 25% off is what we gave. We'll do 25% off.
Which means it probably came in my box, and I just didn't realize.
Oh yeah, it definitely came in your box, I think. I don't know.
I haven't been there before. They're right off, I think, 75, but they're like circus themed, because I don't know if anybody knows, but there's actually a clown college in Sarasota.
That's terrifying. First of all, that's terrifying. Second of all, it does have a circus thing on the label. So
yeah,
that
the
makes
whole
it-
brewery circus theme. I think I've sent you, and I know Mike has gotten it, the Hawaiian Lion Porter. That's my favorite beer of theirs.
haven't
If
sent
you
me
ever see
that.
Hawaiian Lion Porter from Big Top, that's fantastic. And I love it when the amazing porters and stouts are in small cans. Because like tonight when we're recording our geek episode, I wanted to drink a Russian Imperial Stout because we're talking Colossus, but I'm not about to open a 22-ounce bomber and drink it by myself.
Why not?
I don't want to be hungover when I get my first COVID shot
You
tomorrow.
have pills.
geez.
You have the
No, that's
hangover
fine.
pills.
It's fine. It'll help.
It'll help.
I'll
You'll
think
be
about
okay.
it. I mean, I'm only
Look.
on my first beer, but it is 9%.
I don't think I have a Russian Imperial Porter, but hold on. I'm peeling the label off right
All right.
now. There
So
it
I
is.
created a code while you're peeling that off. Hops
Oh.
News.
Love
Hops
it.
News is what it is. It's going to be 25% off an order over $14. So basically 25% off. All you have to do is buy one rub.
Ordered
Hey.
stuff. I'm about to go order more.
I was gonna say it. I'm gonna step away and grab my
I'm
wallet.
like
Let's see what the traction is. You heard
Honestly,
it
you got-
here.
Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up. This is great. I already thought when my dad was here today, and I know he's paying attention, like, you're probably getting nuts and rubs for Father's Day. And my mom was here, and we made it we put the badass on shrimp. Oh my God, the shrimp was so good. The shrimp has
We
been
do-
my
we
favorite
do-
so far.
We do the spicy badass rub on shrimp in our air fryer for Taco Tuesdays, and it's fantastic. And then
Nice.
We
Yeah,
do have a
it's-
fish fry as well. If anyone ever, our
We
fish fry
have
is
one of those, and
phenomenal.
we've never used it. I'm like scared to even take it out of the box.
use it.
But I might
Use
have
Air
to.
fryer? What?
You do. You know what you do?
the air
It was a
fryer is
gift of
so good.
freeze some mozzarella cheese, and then batter it with the fish fry.
Mm.
Throw it in the air fryer, or
You shotgunning down there, Mash? What's
in
going
a
on?
in a in
The
a
hole in
pan
the
with
can on
oil.
accident.
Delicious.
Uh-huh.
be
Wow. All right.
delicious.
See, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the kitchen, and I've been in the kitchen, I think, more this past week because of your rubs than I have been in a while.
Hoppy's like, I'm a fan of takeout, and they don't have Hop Baron BBQ rub.
Well, now that I know I can put it on pizza, problem solved.
Dude, put it on popcorn.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What is
we
happening
have
with
a
Mash?
popcorn
I'm
maker,
having
yes.
so much fun watching.
I know he is
watching
shotgunning
Mash.
beers down there. I think
so,
he's gonna be a mess on the
label
geek
off,
episode.
right? And it was Conch Republic Lime Wheat Ale, but I accidentally used my knife and it poked a hole in the can. And it was like right here.
You fucking
So it
idiot.
just starts like pouring out. And so I have beer all over me right now.
So
I'm
Mash
trying
is
to,
shotgunning beers in the background while we're trying to talk about barbecue rub.
all this rub just got me so excited. I felt the need to just crack a cold one with the boys.
His can exploded from all the talk of rubbing.
Yeah, you said maple one too many times, and my can just went pop.
We might have some maple. Do we have any maple left, Jay?
We might have some maple. I can send. I can
think-
make up a
Yeah,
can.
we'll get your addresses. We'll send
Let's
it.
say they're
Well,
teasing him now.
he ordered something. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see what special gifts you get.
Oh my god!
Hot damn.
Oh my
The
god!
maple one. Talk about learnings. One of the challenges with the maple was it clumped.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that makes
you live and you learn. But
But
Yeah,
the newer batches with the fresh maple sugar
Yeah.
out of a local joint is fantastic.
Oh,
So how
man.
much about the technology and the learning curve of making rubs have you guys learned since day one?
Oh boy,
so
we learned that labeling something food grade costs you a lot more than not. We had to buy a huge mixer. It looks like a cement mixer, and
it's true.
regular like $90, food grade $400,
It was 700.
$700. It's ridiculous.
So we've gone through from using a funnel to now we have a more automated system, still not total automated. The rubs, I will say the one thing I love about our rubs is the Himalayan salt,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
that-
it's completely
Yeah, that's
different.
the badass right there. Yep.
Yeah.
night and day.
It's
Night and day.
completely different. And that's so I will say that I'll tell the truth. When I broke out the coffee, I've got a very well-known rub company that will tout their championships and barbecue circuits, and talk about everything that it is that they've won, and their list of winnings is as long as it is from here to Pennsylvania. I mean, they do a great job in the barbecue circuit. I did a blind tasting with my wife. I mixed up their rub on simple, a burger, your rub on a burger, incorporated into meat so you could really get the flavor of it. She picked out yours every single time that she picked it out, and not knowing, what it is that she was looking for, I tasted the two, and the first thing that I noticed was the saltiness of yours is not like mouth drying salt overwhelming, because it's a very clean saltiness that just enhances the flavor of everything else that's going on in the meat and the rub. And I didn't ask her, but I know that was part of what she hit on, was it just not an overwhelming saltiness that hits. And when you said it with a Himalayan salt, that's kind of what that salt does for people, is it gives you the flavor enhancing without being overwhelming. So
yeah, it allows us to pull back a little bit on it, especially some of the seasonals and stuff. We pull back a lot. Some of the originals had a high salt content, so replacing regular salt with Himalayan totally changed it. And also I have to say, the granulated brown sugar, not the easiest thing in the world to find, but it actually, I think it also balances out the sugar flavor. A lot of people don't like the over sweetness, so it pulls a little bit back on that. I'd say that's probably our biggest learning, is honestly just messing around with things. And so with the kitchen, what's nice is we can make stuff right there and just sit down, and Jay and I can play checkers and eat.
Man, if you guys are on that scale already, and it's good to know that you're still. So another thing that I had question of, are you guys already outsourcing the rubs, right? Are you already making it with a vendor that's producing it for you and drop shipping it or something like that? But obviously it's very clear you guys are still making it, still mixing it, still labeling it, shipping it out. What is what's your growth plan? Are you hoping to continue to be able to do it in-house? Is it where you guys at in kind of that growth plan?
So with the main three, so the spicy, the regular, and the coffee, the base of it, I'm actually talking to someone to make the base for us, but they're going to use the exact ingredients we're using. So it obviously costs more. So I'm not using it I'm not going that route because of a cost savings. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going that route because it's just more of a convenience. A lot of these companies won't take our hops, and they won't take local ingredients like the cocoa nibs or the coffee. So we're always going to have to mix a portion of it.
Yeah.
So that's the part of our business that we're trying to figure out, which is you got to be scalable, but how do we cut down on some efficiency without losing? So I'm always looking at, my part of my job is looking at the efficiency part. So I'm looking at canning lines and mixers and, all those crazy industrial equipment, which is probably our next step, which is we can import some of the rubs, the base rubs, but we still got to mix it. We're still going to have to put it in our own cans because these companies won't put it in our cans. And if you see the cans, I usually have one sitting here. We've gone through some iterations. This is actually our fourth and hopefully final iteration of can. The previous cans dented very easily, and we started getting some complaints on shipping. So the cans you see now are our newest. They're obviously a little more expensive, but they're sturdy.
Yeah.
And they replicate the 1950s beer cans. So super cool look to it.
I was trying to figure out where I'd seen something like this before.
So from the 30s to 50s, beer came in those cans. They're called cone top cans. So I can't even tell you the depths of the internet I went to figure out what can to use, because when you get a beer, right, it's pressurized. So the can's not going to dent. But if you don't have any pressure in that can, they are flimsy. So we went through, we moved to cans in probably 2016. So from 16 to end of last year, we were trying to solve that problem. And I actually looked at a $30,000 nitrogen doser. Anyone know what that is? Because I now do.
Yeah.
No clue what that was before.
No.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you drop liquid nitrogen into a can and seal it, when it gets to room temperature, it expands.
Yeah.
I was like, that's mind blowing. However, once you open up the can, you're back to being flimsy. So it really didn't solve the issue that we had. So these new cans you see are a little more expensive, but it makes a better product.
Yeah.
And I will say the beer cans have at farmers markets have helped our sales, because
It's the visual appeal.
men and women that are there that don't want to be at a farmer's market or there for friends or significant others will run to our table and be like, "Oh, you guys have beer?" And we're like, "Nope, sorry, but we do have barbecue rubs."
No, but
And-
actually, this rub has hops in it.
Yep.
So-
Exactly.
We
And-
basically tell them, go to the tent next door for beer and come back when you're done.
Yeah.
There you go. I was gonna say we have beer at the farmers market in downtown Orlando.
I wish there was no beer at the farmer's market here. What the hell? Am I
You're going to the wrong
What?
farmers market. We haven't talked about your hops though. You said you have a hop farm. So do you actually harvest all those on your own and get
Yes,
them
we
into
do.
We do. First
Nice,
year.
That's
yeah.
impressive.
So we have, what do we have? About an acre. And like when
An
I say we have
acre
no
of
business
hops.
plan, like the way Jay and I
Yeah.
work is not only do we not have a business plan, we don't really think things out. So
story of my life?
we planted hops.
So you sound like my husband.
We planted hops. We got the poles. Everything was looking nice.
Kidding, Josh.
Jay texted me, I think we got a lot of hops. And I was like, what do you mean? Now I'm still on this road trip. This is all that similar year. And he's like, we got a ton of
5-week
hops.
road
And I was
trip.
like, what?
Picked
so-
a great time for a road trip.
We're
Yeah,
going to
seriously,
pick,
right? Our first year.
we're going to pick the hops. And he's like, well, I got a fantasy football draft, so I can't make it until like 10. And this is at a farm. And I was like, all right, I'll roll up at like 9. I get there. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is so many hops. So we picked hops from 9 p.m. till 8 a.m. the next morning because we were giving some to a local brewery for a fresh hop beer. We stopped talking to each other at about 2 a.m. Like just full on like
You're just like side eyeing each other,
Just
like, God damn it.
What the fuck
Done.
did you
We
get
had-
me
we-
into?
We had bought a case of beer. I think we had 2 beers out of it because the rest of the time our hands were just picking through
hops.
hops and hops and hops.
We now
And
get,
by
like, our
the
shoots
end of
of
it, we hate hops. Yeah, but now the kids and family and friends come and they help.
That first year, he brings his RV up to the farm, and it's like a tow behind. And we're sitting in the RV. Well, we're outside at first, and then all of a sudden, temperature drops to like 35. And I'm like, we got to go inside the RV. And he's like, I don't want all the hops in my RV. I'm like, I don't care. So we're dragging hop vines into the RV. All of a sudden,
Spiders everywhere.
The electricity starts going.
Oh.
He didn't have the thing plugged into his truck. So now we're sitting in a dark RV
With spiders?
with spiders
with
picking hops.
spiders picking hops.
For
Yeah, but
12
do you
hours.
get poisonous spiders up there or no?
No, I mean they're just
Okay.
they're normal spiders. But if you're afraid of
That's
spiders,
my
as I am,
Spiders in the dark. You're in,
Yeah.
But if they're
you're
not
in an
poisonous
RV in the
spiders,
dark. Like,
there's nothing to be scared of.
I've seen arachnophobia. Okay.
exactly right.
God.
John
Have you
Goodman
ever
wouldn't
stepped
lie.
on a wolf spider?
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
I lived in Florida.
Okay, yeah,
That's awful.
we had one in our house like a week ago, and our daughter
Yeah.
texted us a picture. She's like, "I think it's a brown recluse," and we're like, "No, it's a wolf spider. You're fine.
Or
Just
like
don't step on it."
Cockroaches in Florida, those things fly. I
Ugh.
wasn't ready for that.
No,
when I'm
those
trying to
aren't
kill one.
cockroaches. Those are palmetto bugs.
I don't know.
that
Those
fly.
they're cockroaches. All right, first of all. I
No,
don't
but
care
that doesn't
what
mean you have like an infestation. They're not a big deal. You just get rid
I
of them.
know they're not a big deal, but they're a big deal to me. Especially when they grow wings and start
I
flying.
was
at
watching
you.
Walking Dead one night, and there was a palmetto bug on the TV, and I was like, "Oh wow, there's a big bug on Walking Dead." And all of a sudden, it changed the scene. I'm like, "Oh, the bug's still there."
And it flies at you, and I'm like,
Yeah, it started flying. I like yelled for my
Get
husband. I'm
the
like, "Can you please come help me
outta
capture
here.
this thing?"
I tried to
It's like,
kill
this
one
is
once
real
on our
life.
ceiling. I tried to like kill one once.
It's
and I
not
had,
the
like,
zombie
vacuum.
apocalypse. It's my bedroom.
Flew at my face. Yeah. No, nothing. So spiders in an
God.
RV, that's like my nightmare. However,
Yeah.
Spiders in an RV. It's like snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
yeah,
exactly.
spiders in an RV. Like I don't care if they're not poisonous. They're still spiders and they're touching
All
me.
right, if there was hops in the RV, I'd be in there with the spiders. I'm good.
There were tons and tons of hops. It was a great harvest to say the least. But then we learned, do it
We
during the
didn't
day.
change.
Then
but
we had
learned.
kids and had learned,
During
and now
the
our kids
day.
do free labor for us.
Exactly.
We have a Hops News family member that says Hops News fam will volunteer to help pick if you guys are cooking.
We do.
We would do
We're
that.
cooking and bring the beer.
Light booked, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, free food for just picking hops all day. Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
I could literally pick like
I would do that
blueberries
right
off
now.
a vine or the tree all day, or the what do you want to call it, bush.
The worst is you get to the point where you flip it over and there's like 30 more, and you're just like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Then
Wrong.
your hands are just green, like
Yeah.
green, but they smell so delicious.
I was gonna. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's like,
I have
So-
one hop plant in my backyard, and these are my hops from it, and that's like all I got.
that's okay.
You don't live in
You
Pennsylvania.
got some of it.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So my question is from a barbecue standpoint, any plans to kind of produce in bulk, like 1 pound, 5 pound bags?
So we do for local restaurants. We have a bunch of restaurants that use it on their food, and
Yeah.
we give them like 5-pound containers. So we haven't. One of the things we've talked about is shipping out of the region. We don't want to lose the quality of the can and the product, and we put them in those big clear containers, which just aren't as sexy. So we've been researching like bigger bulk cans, like the big oil cans. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Like the rectangle, something to make it a little bit like to really show the class of the product, which is, it's more the branding part of it.
Yeah.
But if people request, if people reach out to us, we absolutely do like bulk and put it in a bag or a big container.
That was Jay requesting. That was for sure Jay requesting.
No problem.
Yeah, I will tell you
Get a wheelbarrow.
when I order rub, it's in 5 pound bags. Okay. And I'm just giving you the insight from a barbecue guy. When I order rub, it's usually once or twice a year, depending on what the rub is. But I think if you there's obviously two different markets that you're targeting, right? You're targeting kind of the beer drinker, but I think, to be honest with you guys are producing a phenomenal product. You guys could do very well targeting the barbecue competition type guys, any of those at-home barbecue guys. They don't care about the canister. As a matter of fact, if you can ship it to them in a 1 pound or 5 pound bag, they would much rather have that because they can seal it up, put it back in the fridge or the freezer, wherever they're going to store it at. Definitely makes more sense. But man, what you guys are doing is much more beyond average beer consumers, and kind of that target market, because you guys are producing some phenomenal stuff. And that's, just coming from me, when I order from the guys that do the rubs that I order from, it's always in 5 pound bags. And they send it lasts 6 months or so. We keep it in a fridge or a freezer, and we scoop out what we need. But yeah, you guys are.
That's good to know.
That is very good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are on a much different market volume-wise, I think, with what you guys are doing with the quality and the freshness of your product, than just kind of settle on, hey, we're targeting kind of the beer consumer that would kind of appreciate that. And if I'm you guys, I reach out to some barbecue guys that are winning competitions and saying, hey, man, can I get you some of our product? And let those guys try it, because I think you guys would be surprised at where you could kind of finish. And another little recommendation: find a brine. Come up with a wet brine that you mixed with beer is my recommendation, because there's a lot of barbecue guys that will tell you to mix their brine with water. I use one of them. I mix them with a local blonde. I put a turkey, a whole chicken, a whole pork, whatever I'm brining in it, and it is fucking phenomenal. And these guys still haven't caught on. I mean, they're not marketing it as a beer product at all, but find a cheap blonde, find a cheap pilsner that you're mixing, some poultry brine with. Most blondes are pretty cheap, but
no, that's good.
Hey, I'm going to catch a shoe from the living room here in just a minute. So if you see me duck or you see the camera go spider, don't be surprised. But yeah, man. And if you guys are interested in doing a brine, send it to me. I'd love to test it, because that's a staple here at our house.
No, that's really good advice. That's the stuff that we're always looking for from people's ideas, and that's where actually the fish fry came about. Was it literally our label says just mix with beer.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just
God damn.
We did, you know, with the fall we did the maple rub, and then come kind of January, winterish, we did a game rub because up here was very much hunting during the fall, getting everything ready and broken down for ice fishing to go out on the ice and eat it and so forth. So we did the game rub, and then came along the fish fry for trout season and everything.
We got
Mash, we might have to make a I was
gonna say we have some hunting out here, like elk, like there anything imaginable. This is people.
Let's do a collaboration.
Yeah,
let's do it. People take trips out here to Idaho to hunt like elk, bear. Because I'm 4 hours from Yellowstone, so we get all sorts of people go up and hunt moose. Like,
matter of fact,
imagine some elk. Oh,
I just texted Mash the other day. I'm kind of getting back into the hunting game after several years, and I text Mash the other day because pronghorn seems to be pretty easy, right? You jump in a truck, you drive a couple miles, you pull off the road, you can pull out a scope, and you look for a pronghorn, and you shoot it. And I asked Mash, I'm like, man, you got pronghorn out there? Because that's something I can take my daughter out to. And
I see them on the side of the road here.
Yeah, I know you do.
They're everywhere. And hunting is huge here. And especially because, so I've been taking some of this stuff to work too, because everybody at my work are big hunters. So I've been like, you guys try this. So now that especially I know that it pairs well, like a lot of the game meats and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, we just had a barbecue last week where I brought some of the rub and we put it on burgers.
Well, we'll do a collaboration. I'll send you some of the Chipotle. We'll figure out a collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. Let's do. Yeah. Oh man.
We're working on one with a beer. It'll be our first with Common Law, and I'd be a fool to not mention this month is Common Law for a virtual tasting. And if you haven't checked out the beer lineup that these guys are bringing to the table, the end of the month, what's the date, Hoppy? Do you have the date in front of you?
Oh, it's April 29th, I think.
April.
Give me 1 second and I can verify that.
She'll verify it.
Yep,
but
April
Common
29th.
Law, awesome.
April 29th.
Our very own Brad, that's been a longtime supporter of Hops News. And if anybody knows, over there in Spring Hill, Tennessee, is starting his own brewery there. He's going to be the virtual tasting for this month. He's got a 3-beer lineup with a T-shirt that it's already too late to get on board because we've already got the members that are going to be participating. But it's going to be a hell of a lineup, and we hope to this summer, spring sometime, collaborate with him on a beer on his grand opening. So looking forward to that, and definitely, guys, if you guys are interested.
I just want to interject real quick because there's a part of our Hops News crew that actually already has 3 collaboration beers coming out with Brad.
Oh yeah,
the crew. So there is a beer. So our virtual tasting this month, you'll notice the offshore accounts. Guess where that came from? It came from when Brad was talking with us. It's in the vein of Aquaman, actually. So we came up with that recipe on one of our episodes, and then there's a Daredevil, which is going to be a red IPA, and then so there's a Scarlet Witch beer, which is going to be a Brute IPA. So, we actually have 3 beers from the Hops News crew coming out with Brad, and
if you want to hear the detailed descriptions, I just posted the YouTube link.
Yep, Hoppy's posting the links, and the offshore accounts is the Hopski collaboration with Common Law, and so that's going to be in your Sip of Sunshine boxes this month for the virtual tasting. Just saying, get on that. It's got lime, curry, and I think a little coconut in it because he was toasting the coconut. Yeah, Brad was sending me pictures, and it looks wicked good. And then Brad
and a little bit of Jason Momoa's hair.
A little bit of Jason Momoa's body hair to make it just glisten in the sun on a hot summer day.
What?
Actually, Brad's helping me write a recipe for my next homebrew too. Now that I think of it.
Hey, and Mash, while you're at it, Brad is debuting his labels with our boxes, correct?
Yes. So I feel like I get insider info. Like I feel very blessed because Brad and we talk a lot, and I'm not trying to humble brag or anything like
inside
that.
info too.
I feel like that comes off as like a brag, but he's been sending me his labels. They got their labels in today, and they put them on some cans. The labels look phenomenal on the cans, and they're going to be rolling out with your boxes, which is really cool. And so you're going to see the labels and big things happen. And the next step, they're working on their space. The next step is the brewery's going to open, which we're going to be there for in Nashville.
Awesome. Mash, while we're on you, parting shots, what do you have to look forward to from Geeks?
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff happening from the Geeks crew. Good collaborations coming down. Lauren and I just did a wrestling episode this week because it's WrestleMania week, brother. I've also was kind of selling my soul that if our YouTube gets to 250 subscribers, that I would don my Dunkin' Donuts jogger suit along with the socks, along with the Hop Hogan hair, and Hop Hogan would make an appearance shooting a wrestling style promo, asking Dunkin' Donuts to just recognize us because I'm stupid and ridiculous and still trying to like tweet at Dunkin'
We're
Donuts.
at 188 subscribers.
We are. So if we get to 250, there's going to be a video coming out of me and Hop Hogan coming out in the Dunkin' Donuts attire. So there's that. And then tonight we're going to record our Colossus episode, all about the Colossus, and we're going to do a Kevin Smith episode because we got the Movies beer. And that's kind of what we have happening in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome, Mash. You guys are doing great things with the Geeks. Always looking forward to your episodes. And, looking forward to what you're going to make with the next Hop Barons shipment we get. So,
yes.
Appreciate you.
Oh, man.
Lucky.
What up?
Parting shots. What do we have looking forward to? Feeling lucky, man. You guys are fucking... Jesus Christ. Every time I listen to an episode, I'm like, it can't get any worse than this. And then the next episode, I'm like, how the hell does it get this bad?
Oh, boy. Well, I think I don't know if that's a good endorsement. I think that's what we're going for on that show.
That's a good compliment.
Good. We're having a lot of fun doing it. Feeling lucky. Shout out Brad. I don't know if he's watching, but he is scheduled to be on our episode next week. We're going to record with him tomorrow just to talk a little bit about common law. We had him on one of our earlier episodes, and it was called Beer School for Dummies because Brad is the encyclopedia for beer. He knows just about everything that you can, and we're all dumb and don't know anything about beer. So we're going to have him on next week's episode. This week's episode just dropped. Patrick, one of our Hops News family members, talked about our episode this week. There's a little, it's not necessarily a story. It's a theme throughout the episode, but Jay, don't get a dog. If you listen to our episode at all, there's a whole lot going on and reasons why you should not get a dog happening there. What else? I wanted to shout out Tavern Geek. Me and Big Daddy were on the most recent Tavern Geek podcast episode. I forget what day it came out, maybe Monday. But we were just talking basketball, and it was a lot of fun. It was like 2 hours, and those guys are absolutely awesome. That's Micah, one of our Hops News Sip of Sunshine members, but we went on his podcast and had a lot of fun. Other than that, looking forward to Hop Barons. If you ever want to come on Feeling Lucky, we've for sure got some Milwaukee people that are barbecue fans, and we'd love to have you on and talk to you. But yeah, this was so much fun. So thank you guys. Yes. I opened up one more beer too. Magic Hat.
There you go. Feeling lucky.
Magic Hat, not quite pale ale.
Man, nice.
It's delicious. Very, very good. Having a lot of fun. Check us out at Feeling Lucky Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
Feeling lucky. It's not for everybody, but everybody needs it for sure. Not for everybody.
We have a lot of fun. If you guys come on, we're gonna sling some shit. Just
but
it's
all right.
It's a good time, man. It's a good time. We're all comedians, so it's a lot of fun.
Don't listen in front of your kids. I made that mistake once. I was like, oh God, pause.
Would not recommend it. Would not recommend that.
The mistake is not teaching your kids
that
it's okay in this environment. Just don't do it in school.
Yep, for sure.
It's not for everybody, but everybody needs feeling lucky for sure. Great.
Awesome.
I think that should be our tagline.
Yeah, great content. You guys are doing some awesome stuff up there, Lucky, and looking forward to future episodes. Hoppy, parting shots. What do we have to look forward to from Geeks?
Other than what Matt said, I don't think he mentioned The Last Homicide. We just did another comic book review.
Yes.
So yes, that's going to drop tomorrow.
One.
But we actually had the guy who wrote the comic joined us, and he was actually in Sarasota. So I told him to go to Calusa Brewing, and he did go to Calusa Brewing, and then shouted us out on Twitter. So that was awesome. The comic was really good, and we did not. It's a 2-part thing, so he only gave us the first part, and the second part doesn't come out for like 6 months, and he's got a Kickstarter program going on. His name's Frank Martin. The comic's The Last Homicide, and it's got a lot of that I'm too old for this shit kind of vibe with like the detective, and it's got a lot of mafia stuff too. I'm a big sucker for any kind of mafia story. I love all the mafia movies and everything. So as soon as I realized it was mob related and detective related, I fell in love with it. So that episode should be dropping tomorrow.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse we haven't reviewed yet, but yeah, we got Dark. We're gonna do a
Dark Horse Comics that hit us up to talk with them about a comic.
A comic, yes, and we also have one from Valiant. We're supposed to review that I read today. That looks pretty awesome. So Geeks is going fan-fucking-tastic, and we just got pint glasses, but we're going to get some new fancier pint glasses. And and next week, Matt, we have another guest next week for Hops News, right? Isn't it a beer subscription service?
Oh my gosh, we have a beer subscription box next week as well. Yes, we do. Oh my gosh, I totally just blinked on the name. This is embarrassing. What did you
Mash, where's the glass again? Show us the glass.
I was going to say,
thank God. So here's the glass that Hoppy and I have come out with. It's black and white, but be on the lookout because we're getting color ones as well. I have 11 more of these bad boys. We're kind of debating. We don't know if we want to sell them or do giveaways with them. So let us know. And Hop Barons, guys, if you're interested, if you kind of want a pint glass, like give me your info when we exchange info, and I'm gonna get you guys a glass because
I would love one.
I mean, with me dressed as Wolverine and him dressed as Reversed Flash, like who wouldn't want that shit?
How can you pass that up? Absolutely. So yeah, when we talk and exchange info, I'll get your address and I'll make sure to send you one.
But my last parting shot is I have a quick question. So if I buy the fish fry one, I can do that in the air fryer with fish?
You could do it with anything.
Okay.
Vegetables.
I've never fried anything, so that's why. Well, I tried to fry beignets once, and I almost burned the house down.
No, I'll let Jay talk to the air fryer. He's our air fryer expert.
The air fryer, the air fryer. Yes, you can. I would put something underneath it because it, obviously it'll run. But you could do fried asparagus. Fish fried asparagus. You don't like asparagus?
Fuck you, Hoppy. Come on.
You'll put beer on
salad. This is the same person that puts beer on salad.
Oh my God.
Wow. I didn't realize there was so much love for asparagus.
Shut up. Asparagus is amazing.
Hoppy, I'm with you. I'm with you, Hoppy.
Thank you.
Right.
Asparagus and mushrooms are the only veggies I won't eat. I'll eat any other veggie.
All right. So what you do? So what you can do? Yes, you can do the fish in the air fryer if you want, or if you have a pan, a little bit of oil, just throw it in there, both sides, you'll be good to go.
That's what a fish fry is supposed to do. Yep. Throw that fucking thing in some oil.
All right. So if I burn, get free rub.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't throw water.
All right, it's added to my cart. Oh, you suffocate it with a pan, right?
Yes,
like you put another pan over it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. I got this.
All right.
Those are my parting shots.
Awesome. Jay, parting shots. What do we have to look forward to from Hop Barons?
Lots of good things. Like we talked about, we're trying to come out. We're going to come out with a Chipotle rub. So look for that this summer. It'll be delicious on everything you want to grill up for the season. And we're going to be, growing and doing some promotions. So check out our website, www.hopbarons.com. See what you like, and we'll get it out to you. We appreciate everybody for listening to us.
Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Man.
Awesome. Let's go check in with Chris. Chris, parting shots. What do we have to look forward to?
I mean, basically everything Jay said, but anyone who uses the code, let me know if you have any issues, but Hops News, and it'll give you a pretty big discount. Otherwise, I mean, I'll love to join any podcast. I can talk about anything. And, I love making fun of Jay. So as long as he's on it, I can, I've got my ammo.
We can do that.
I'll be there.
Does it say Iron Man behind you?
So it says Iron Master, which...
Oh man, I was wondering that the whole episode as well.
So here's the story. So that's the street I grew up on. And those of you who aren't from the East, we don't get many hurricanes, but Hurricane Sandy, when it hit us, no one was prepared. And it ripped down the street sign on the corner of the house I grew up in. And my dad didn't know what to do with it. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know what to do with it? You take it and you put that shit in your garage. And when I come down, I'm taking it back with me. So it's actually the street I grew up on, which was always fun with, what is that? Your porn name, right? I was like, greatest porn name ever.
Iron Master.
But it's your first pet's name, and then your
it was
the child
Rusty Iron Master. I shit you not.
Mine's Rocky. Wait,
I think I've seen that one before, Chris. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my god,
that's for
Rusty
sure.
Iron Master.
That's somewhere in my browser
Rascal
history.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Rock Island.
Chris, appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
It's been great to have a conversation with you through email and the phone call, and definitely appreciate you guys sending the product for me to get out to these guys.
What's the promo code for Hops News? One more time.
Hops News.
just Hops
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyone has any issues, just reach out to us. We'll fix it. And anyone who ordered and didn't use the code, we'll reimburse it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's working. I just put
Patrick,
it in. It's
you hear
working.
that? Patrick, you
Awesome.
hear that? I know he ordered
Before
before we got it out.
People that ordered some stuff. Hell yeah.
Awesome. And we're looking forward to getting some of our supporters on the next care package. We'll have a Hop Baron.
Definitely.
Hop Baron's care package sent your way very soon for the next quarter. So looking forward to that, and definitely looking forward to how we partner together in the future, and appreciate you guys being a part of. Definitely overstayed our welcome by about 30 minutes tonight. So appreciate your guys' time.
No, it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Hey, it's been a great episode. I will tell you, this little can right here, I will hold it still, the Badass Coffee Rub. As a barbecue rub snob, the first thing that hits you is coffee. And until you put that on a piece of beef on your grill, you have no idea how good that flavor is going to be. Definitely check these guys out. Check out with the promotional code, the checkout code Hops News. You won't be disappointed. As a matter of fact, if you order it and you're disappointed, send it to me, whatever's left, and I'll buy it from you, because I guarantee you I will use it. It's a great product. You won't go wrong with anything that you order from these guys. I've used plenty of barbecue rubs that I've been disappointed with and happy with, and these guys are definitely taking the cake for what they do. It's been a great episode, great show. Obviously, much over our time limit tonight, so appreciate you joining us, and look forward to our next episode next week. Cheers.
It'll be my birthday.
What?
Cheers.
Oh, shit. Lucky we'll have to do a blackout episode for you.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know about that.
I still have
about
that. Some of us work.
Some of us work.
I work, I promise.
I'm old. I am old, and I work.
You're 30, Matt. You're 30. You're not old.
Mash, I just want to know when you can fly us to the Caribbean.
Oh God, soon. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. There's obviously a long road ahead of me to become a pilot, but
I don't like little planes. Can we take?
I've always wanted to fly helicopters, but I don't know. We'll see.
You got to join the Army for that.
No,
there's no helicopters in the Air Force.
Yeah, there is. You know, you get to cool the secret squirrel shit, but I'm not that dumb. So no.
All right, that's